It's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Variable Barricade, and we're just continuing where we left off, which is still in the first chapter of the Common Route, and the Common Route seems like it's very long. I just kind of did a whiz through the guide, and I was like, wow, this is fucking long. So there's a lot in the Common Route, so, yeah. Anyway, and we're still in the first chapter, I guess, so, anyway. September 1st, 3 p.m., Tojo Vacation Home. Right, if you remember, because it's only been a day for you. It's really only been a day for me. Well, for you, it's technically been like 2 days. For me, it's only been a day. We got kicked out of our house, and we don't know why, and we're going to a vacation home, but it's because now this is where the romance happens. It's the real world. Tojo Clan Edition. Anyway. Hopefully it's not videotaped, though. Oh, God. Yeah. Kasuga better stay with us because I love him.
Does it meet your approval, Miss Spacey? It has a total of 3 floors. It isn't nearly as large as the main estate, but I've made certain it's well appointed. You ought not lack for anything.
I might lack for you if you're not with me.
The 3rd floor has been set aside for your personal use. You, myself, and the housekeeper are the only ones permitted to access it.
You're like, okay, the 3rd floor, we're only... Oh, you're staying with me. Wait, I know. Okay, hold on. That hit me a little late.
Please be assured that you'll have complete privacy, miss. I personally guarantee it.
Kasuga...
Miss?
That's not the issue today.
I understand that, miss, but I'm afraid avoiding reality will solve nothing.
I really fucking hope the true end is we get to marry this man. Jesus. Yes, I know that. I know that, but...
Your suitors' rooms are all located on the 2nd floor. The 1st floor will be a common area.
It's like, it's all of a sudden like, nope, things set aside for you. You have to, and like, no one told her she has to pay. All of a sudden it's like, wait, what? Shouldn't they have told her this? I mean, we know because we read like we know what was going to happen, but like, I don't feel like she knew. The guys just show up. Obviously that was supposed to be a surprise to her. Her grandfather's like, yo, pick one of them, bitch. And then like, oh, by the way, you're not staying here, you're going to this vacation home, and then nobody told her why? Like, I guess she just knows. Maybe that was the scene in the car on the way here, but...
The rules of propriety will be strictly enforced, ensuring all reasonable modesty. I hope that you'll enjoy the time you spend here in your new home.
With 4 guys who are, like, trying to marry me. Yeah, that sounds great, actually. Wait. And you! Wait. There's... Wait, a house with 5 hot guys in it. Sure. Sounds like a plan. Huh. How can I enjoy anything?
All of your possessions have already been moved in and set up in their proper places, Miss Spacey. And now if you'd please follow me.
All of my possessions? Kasuga, I got some explaining to do. There are no secrets from your butler. Kasuga! The door to my future opened with a cold indifference. When Kasuga allowed me to follow him, he was essentially giving me a gentle push into a gaping maw of uncertainty. When he asked me to follow him, did I? Kasuga, show me straight to my rooms, please. I want to change clothes. That and, I didn't want to see those men. Not yet. I wanted at least a few moments to mentally brace myself. But fate was not so kind. My simple wish was almost immediately denied. Poof! They're just there. Aww! I like his little hoodie, it's cute. Okay, like, he's not that lolly of a lolly boy, but he's still the lolly boy of the group, so it's like, I just don't vibe with the lolly boys ever. But he's not bad, for one. Like, he's actually, like, kind of on that border, I feel like. Where, like, he's the lolly boy, but he also doesn't look 12. I mean, he's supposed to be 20. And to me, I feel like, okay, he's our age. That's, to me, that doesn't bother me. It's when, like, I don't care if he's 20 if he looks 12, but they didn't do him that badly. Right off the bat, I don't think he's... I think there are times, because there are certain things I've looked at, and I'm like, okay, when he's in a suit, it's like, you just don't look like you belong in a suit. This, yeah, he just looks like you're, like, you know, high school, senior, college, freshman. Okay. But then they put him in a suit on some of the things, and you're like, well, now you look like a 12-year-old in your dad's suit. I don't know. Still not going to be my favorite just because he's still a little too cutesy looking, you know? But right off the bat, this sprite, I don't hate it. I'm not like, oh, I hate the lolly boys. I'm like, okay, this is almost acceptable. He's on that border where I'm like, I'm not interested, but also at least he's not too young looking where it really creeps me out. It's just like, all right. Good job, game. I'm okay with it. Right now. That doesn't mean it's not going to change, but first impression right now is, okay, he's not as cutesy baby, but he's still going to have that freaking, like, he's got the voice. Anyway. Nah, I knew it. Hi, Spacey. Ooh, I've hit the thing. There they are. Come on. Oh, wait. That's not what I should say first. I need to say welcome home. We've all been waiting for you. But see, when he closes his giant eyes, he's actually kind of cute. Okay. I don't hate it. What does it say? An army marches on its stomach. That's what his fucking hoodie says. Come on, this way. You'd not believe just how loud and annoying Ichia and Tyga have been this whole time. The man whose name I didn't even know reached out to take my hand like it was the most natural thing in the world. I mean, for him it probably is, because he's, like, mentally 12. He's the lolly boy, okay? He's like, come on, we're besties now. Do I know you? But, like, all right. Like, they're always good characters. I'm just not attracted to them, What am I supposed to do? Spacey?
My apologies, Miss Spacey. My apologies. But Miss Spacey's not even had the chance to remove her shoes. Might I ask you to please go wait with the rest of the men in the living room?
I can't read his lines today. Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Oh, God, I cannot read today. Anyway. Oh, right, yeah, I'm sorry. I'll go let everyone know you're here. Okay, and then when he made a sad puppy face, it was cute. Okay, all right, what the hell is happening to me? I'm not usually into the lollies, but you know what? He's not terrible. Not my favorite. But I also don't think I'm like, ugh. Because, like, every time there's a lolly boy, I'm like, why? Why do you do this? Sometimes there's, like, two. But I don't. He seems okay. I'm alright. I don't hate you. They drew him kind of well where I'm like, you're kind of adorable. Alright. Hey, guys! Spacey's home! Kasuga, I really want to go to my rooms.
It's time to accept the inevitable, Miss Spacey.
That I can't marry you. Crumbling under the pressure behind Kasuga's smile, I glumly slipped off my shoes and plodded over to the living room I desperately wanted to avoid. I do like that she's like, I don't wanna. And I'm like, I wanna. There's hot guys here. Shion is just, forget the jellyfish tentacles, but like, he's just beautiful. Like, stop it. He literally looks like someone in it, like a model, and like, oh, you want to buy this perfume? And you're like, what a pompous bitch. You know what I mean? You're too hot. Stop it. That's not real. That's Photoshop. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from him, but I still love him. And Ichia is pretty, but like right now, with the kind of angry look in his eyes, you're like, you know what I mean? There is just like, there's good and bad in all of them. You're like, yes, but also no, I don't know. It's so weird. Anyway. And then, freaking Nayuta comes out of there with nowhere like, for the lolly boy's actually kind of adorable. What the fuck? Kasuga's still my favorite. Okay. Anyway. Which one was B again? Oh, was B Tyga? Because it sounds like it's him. Because he's like, oh, what voice were we giving him? Yeah, he's gotta have the kind of. I'm just gonna try to work some things out because I'm not really sure with him yet. Like Nayuta, we've got a voice. Ichia's kind of got a voice. Shion's kind of got a voice. Tyga really doesn't have a voice. I have to sneeze. I have to deal with it anyway. There she is. About time you got here, babe. Okay, that'll kind of work. All right. Anyway. Oh, C was Shion, right? Because Ichia was A, right? God, can we just get their names out here? Because I don't know which one's which. Anyway.
Welcome home, Spacey. I'm sure you must have had a long and tiring day. Here, why don't you have a seat next to me?
Excuse me, Spacey already has a seat. It's next to me, obviously.
Huh? Hold on! We already did rock, paper, scissors to decide who should get
who she gets to sit next to. I won, so she sits next to me. As if I don't have agency of my own. I hate you all right now. I love them because they all suck. Kind of trash. Oh! Here's my man. Honestly, Kasuga isn't the prettiest out of all of them. They kind of tried to make him a little bland. If you think about it, like everyone else, like, oh, there's just like something dynamic and look at their hair and everything. And Kasuga's like the bland one compared to them, but yet I love him the most. Even though they tried. You tried to make him like, you tried to make him a little vanilla, but fuck you, I kind of like vanilla, all right? I'm not a hot chocolate girl. I get the French vanilla in our coffee maker at work. It's basically chocolate is like hot French vanilla. Whatever, but it's delicious. And I'm there for that. See what boom, boom, Kasuga train. Choo choo. Wait, this one's gonna go, I guess.
Gentlemen, please. Your enthusiasm. Recall that none of you have been properly introduced yet.
Oh, now that you mention it. The hell? Didn't she go talk to the old man? I thought he was gonna explain everything. I was informed that the four of you were the suitors for me. I was told. Even if he told you their names, he's gonna be like, okay, it's like, did he have a... He's gonna be like, there's four guys, and you're like, no, we do, but she doesn't. Again, unless it doesn't. He's like, here you go, here's a... Did you write a cover?
I'm sure the master held his instructions are best done in person, face-to-face.
I doubt it. He just wanted to watch me squirm. Oh god, are there cameras in here, Grandpa? Creep. Look at him, he's so pretty! Stop it! Like, okay, see, here's the thing. Do you see how, like, freaking ethereally pretty they made his eyes and, like, his shiny little lips and everything and your, like, jellyfish hair? Like, oh, like he's a fucking angel mermaid, okay? You know, because of the jellyfish hair. And then, when, like, you put him next to Kasuga, who's like, yeah, he's just a normal guy. But still, I still love Kasuga. You're trying hard, game, to make all of them so glorious in their own way. And you're trying to downplay Kasuga, but, like, I still love him best. You can't fool me. Not getting off this train. I mean, I'm gonna, like, tie up Shion and tie him in the back. And, you know, he's coming along. But, like, I'm still on the Kasuga train. You know what I mean? Like... I'm still here to the end of the game where you don't let me date him and then I cry and get mad and be like, it was the perfect setup. Ring ring. Call me people who are writing games because I've got good ideas. I'm just saying I've played enough of these to know exactly what I want out of them. Anyway.
Well then, introductions it is. Let's be quick about it too. I can hardly wait to hear Spacey call me by name.
Stop it.
Oh, yeah! Can I go first? I did win at rock, paper, scissors.
Sure, why not? Go for it, Nayuta. I don't know what it is about the art style in this, because it's definitely different art like style than we've seen in other things. And they're pretty, but then there's also watercolory, but then there's something about, like, even this when he's like, yeah, smiling, it's just, I don't know, I like it. But I can't, there's just something about it that's almost like, even though it's very artsy watercolory, it still feels like there's a realism to it. But it's not at all realistic because it's art. But there's some, you know what I mean? There's something that just kind of hit me. I was like, wow, you can just, yeah, his excitement in his face. I don't know. Look, it's like that in every fucking game, but like just forget I said anything. I don't know what's wrong with me. Apparently, I need food. I do need food. I haven't eaten since lunch. And I was like, I'm gonna play one round of this. And I'm like, I'm actually kind of hungry. So apparently my blood sugar's low and I'm crazy. I'm using that as an excuse. I'm always this way. Anyway. Hi, I'm Nayuta Yagami. I'm 20 years old and I like all kinds of physical activity. Of course you do. My best trait is that I'm always cheerful and positive. And then there's, I'm really healthy. Like, so super extra healthy that I've never caught a single cold. And then he looks at you like this, and it's like, you're giving me kind of like sexy lollyboy vibes. Because you don't, you know what? Sometimes it is with the lollyboys. Even though they have giant eyes, and they're young, and they're cute, they just look like super saucer-eyed, like toddlers. They have the, but like right now, he's giving you like the sexy lollyboy eyes, and you're like, I don't hate it. Like, I'm still not into the lollies, but, like, you might be... I mean, you're not gonna be my favorite character, but I'm still gonna be like, you know, you're not bad. Okay, but, like, I'm probably not gonna complain in your route and be like, this is weird! Maybe. But, like, I appreciate the sprites. And I appreciate that he's kind of giving you the, like, kind of giving you the sultry look. And it works in an innocent kind of way. But, like, still you're like, you know some shit, don't you? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He hits different than most lolly boys in some of his sprites. So I'm going to give him credit for that. I can't get over it. It's just baffling to me because Look, we've played games where all of a sudden out of nowhere, I'm like, I am in love with the himbo. What the fuck happened? Because that's not my type. And now I'm like, you know, the lolly boy isn't bad. Something is wrong with me. Someone needs to call a doctor. I think I need my head examined. I might be having a stroke. I don't know. I'm just saying. This is not normal. Anyway. But also, you're the sports guy who's super healthy. We're not going to get along because I am lazy and I like cookies and potato chips. And I wish I had some right now. I ate all my freaking Nutter Butters last night. And I want more. Anyway. And that means I'll be able to be there and be useful to you all the time, Spacey. 24/7, 365 days a year. It's great to meet you. You got me, He certainly does seem energetic. I gave him a small, regal nod. His face lit up in a bright smile. I feel like he's going to irritate her really fast, which, you know, works for me because he'll probably irritate me, but I'll be like, you're kind of charming, but also I want to punch you. Allow me to go next. My name is Shion Mayuzumi. Yeah, okay. Mayuzumi. I'm 22 years old, and I'm half French. I have French citizenship, actually. I only came to Japan recently. Oh, that's why he looks like an ethereal model. He's supposed to be like a French model. Should we give him... I've always wanted to just do a really god-awful, terrible, I am French accent. It's so wrong, because it's just... Wait, should we do that? I wouldn't be able to take him seriously. I gotta do that for a character I don't like, because it's like, I am French, I am doing a bad accent, it is terrible. It's not really a French accent, it's like stereotypical, like really bad. But kind of funny. But I'd have to do that to somebody I don't like because it sounds like an asshole like accent. You're like, no, shut up, I hate you. You do that to like a character that you don't like, not someone that you love, because I wouldn't be able to take him seriously after that. But it's funny. I'm afraid I don't have any immediately obvious traits to boast about, as Nayuta did. Perhaps I should mention my love of beautiful things. That's why I love you, Spacey. If you don't mind, I hope you'll let me adorn you in beauty someday. Alright, look, I love you, but also a little overbearing already. Like, I love you because you're beautiful. Ouch. Okay. Mayuzumi himself looks far prettier than I do. Yeah, I mean, she ain't wrong. All of the men are always prettier than us. She's actually really pretty, so like. I gave him a small nod, hiding my befuddlement at his perfectly sculpted smile. I mean, it really is. His lips look so glossy. Don't they look like he's got, like, these pouty, full, glossy lips, and you're like, are you wearing more lip gloss than I am? I'm okay with it. I need a dose of lip gloss. Come here and kiss me. Okay, thanks. Like, Huh? What, me next? Sure, go ahead. They're introducing themselves in the route that you go down them in. Interesting. Anyway. Alright then. The name's Tyga... Isurugi? Yeah. 23. My fave motto is, come back home run. Good to meet ya. And, not much else to say, really. Unlike the rest of these guys, I'm just a regular dude. Feel free to be casual around me. I don't care. See, when he does... Okay, that prior sprite was actually pretty, and then this one, he's like... He's got beautiful eyes, but he's angry, and you're like, I don't like... It's like... Angry, like, yeah, fuck you, Faye. I don't know. There's something about it. They ruined it. Like, he should be super pretty. In theory, because he is. But it's the, like... the fuck ever, bitch. Like, I don't know. The attitude in his face just doesn't do it for me, which is unfortunate. Because you're like, logically, you're hot. But, like, I'm like, yeah, but also, they make you look like, just like an asshole. Like, I don't know. He's probably not like that, but I don't know. Though, yeah, whether or not we get along is going to be up to you, babe. I get the impression Isurugi is challenging me. When he looked at me with a little smirk on his lips, I couldn't stop my brow from furrowing. But, like, okay, just, like, but his eyes are so pretty. Like, he has actually very, like, it's so funny if you put, like, long hair on him and a little bit of eye makeup and a dress, he would, like, you'd be like, I'm a lesbian now. Like, he has a very feminine face. He'd make a beautiful female, is all I'm saying. Like, if you were like, oh, he's our best friend, but it's a she. Like, I'm just saying. You take his exact face and just put him on a woman's butt. Hot. He's got very pretty. Like, Shion's almost too pretty to just be human. Like, male, female. It just can't be human, so. But, like, Tyga's, like, a beautiful, like... He'd be the bitchy character. The one that's like, oh, whatever. I'll have them eating out of the palm of my hands. And, like, you're like, I love you, but you're also a bitch. Like, anyway. So, in theory, I should love him because I love pretty men, but... There's just something like about the snotty look on his face, the way they drew him with the angry eyebrows, that I'm just like, you're ruining it a little. Soften the eyebrows a little. Which is also sometimes why... What's his face over here? God, I can't remember his name now. Also doesn't do it for me, because like right now he kind of looks sinister. But I dig it a little. I don't know, I'm very confused. Anyway. Oh, Ichia, it's right there in front of my face. I'm like, I can't remember his name. Anyway. Last up is you, Ichia. And here I thought you'd pounce on the chance to go first. I have to save the best for last, right? That's why the true end is last, where we marry Kasuga. I'm just saying. I'm gonna be so disappointed if that doesn't happen. Ah, gotcha. Like, he does look kind of like, he also kind of looks bitchy, but like, in a sexy kind of way. Like, see, there's something different about his, like, wow, you're kind of an asshole. But it's kind of sexy, but like Tyga gets the asshole face, and I'm like, no, you just look mean. Like, I don't know what it is. It's the vibe they throw off. I don't know. Like, he seems like the snobby bitchy, and I'm kind of down with the snobs. I don't know. Anyway. Sorry to make you wait, Spacey. My name is Ichia Mitsumori. I'm 26, so I'm a little bit older than you. A little bit? Like, pushing 10 years, motherfucker. You're too old to be dating a high school girl. It's just kind of creepy. I don't have too many accomplishments worth bragging about, but if I had to say something, I'd say I'm confident I'll love you more than anyone here. You know, you should have just said I'm rich. Like, I mean... I promise you I'll do everything in my power to build a future where the two of us live happily ever after. You won't regret choosing me, I swear it. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. The winking at you with the sinister bitch face on. Yeah. He gave me a perfectly timed wink. I felt a cold shiver run up my spine. Isn't he described as... Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Because I forget what they say, like, the perfect boyfriend or whatever in the intro thing, but, like... Okay, so for Nayuta... I can't read this. It's dark in this room. Hold on, let me turn on my light and read the little card things for a second. Here we go. A whirlwind of energy and a cheerful, likable, almost unsettlingly fit young man. He tries his best to help people he likes, but can sometimes go a bit overboard. Shion is a daydreamer, aware of his own good looks. I mean, you can tell. Yeah, he's happy as long as he's loved by others. Patient and forgiving with his partners, but almost shockingly indifferent towards anyone outside his bubble. Yeah, no, that sounds like the way... I love anything that's beautiful. You're not beautiful. You're not in my bubble. I don't talk to you. Tyga is Mr. Smooth as Ice, always doing things his way. Although he believes everyone should live and let live, he's possessive and territorial. Don't touch his flawn. See, he seems that way. Like, they kind of drew him really well. And then Ichia is deeply affectionate, seemingly perfect boyfriend, obsessed with romance. He fancies himself a modern-day Romeo. Although he comes across as sophisticated, his advances are somewhat predictable. So it just kind of almost like... He's got this down pat. He's like, oh, I know all the perfect moves. I researched it in a book. It's like, just be yourself, goddammit. But no, he's like perfectly researched on how to be boyfriend. I researched how to be boyfriend. I do it perfectly now. Like he's a fucking alien, you know, trying to pass as human. So. You know what I'm sad about? There's no card in our case for Kasuga, which kind of is like, if there was one, it would spoil that he's the true ending. But it also makes me feel like, is he not really the true ending? Because there's no secret card and it doesn't say secret route. Like, maybe the true ending is our independent woman where we don't date any of them when we just go on our own. But I'm just going to pretend that we marry Kasuga in that route because, like, you can't put this man in front of me and tell me no. Like, whatever.
And those other 4 gentlemen who have been chosen as your potential bridegrooms, miss. Gentlemen, allow me to formally introduce you to Miss Spacey Tojo, heir to the Tojo family. It's been my honor to raise her and serve her for years.
Okay, well, when you put it that way, it sounds creepy that I want to be in love with you when you've raised me. Ew. I'm not certain he needed to add that last part. He did. He's staking his claim. It's like, I raised her. Back off. Are you treating us like are you being our father or our daddy? There's a difference. I have problems.
Observe propriety, mind your manners, act with common sense and respect for all. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. And now then, Miss Spacey, if you have any questions for these gentlemen, please feel free to ask them now.
I just totally ad-libbed the please feel free. Just feel free, not please. Huh? This has all been so sudden, You can ask us anything. I'll gladly answer any question you have for me.
You're being awfully forward, Ichia. Just watching you is exhausting.
Excuse me, but that wasn't called for. I'm just being my normal self. Really? You sure seemed more sketch than usual, bro. You're definitely sparkling more than before, yeah. I am. I guess I'm so happy about finally meeting Spacey that joy is shining from every fiber of my being. Wow, you sound fake as fuck. But he's blushing, which is cute. Psh, whatever, bro. Listening to the banter back and forth, it struck me how relaxed everyone seemed. It was as if they were lounging in their own living room at home. Something doesn't seem right. In fact, even though these men had presumably moved in only a day or two before, the entire house felt strangely lived in. It's like, this is odd, and then you find out, yes, our grandfather had them live here, but it was really just Kasuga's plan to see if we would fall in love with anyone else other than him. And when we reject all the men, it's, I knew you loved me, and that's my true end. It's not gonna stop the entire fucking game. I'm just warning you now. I'm gonna be like a fucking side-eyeing him the whole time. Look, Shion, I love you, and we can get married, and it'll be wonderful, but I'm screwing the butler behind your back. Or, you know, I'm telling you right up front, I'm gonna be screwing my butler too, so just be aware of that, because I'm sorry. So that's how it works. Not only that, if you don't mind me asking, have you gentlemen always been friends? You all seem very close. Live with guys for a month and yeah, you'll become pretty friendly. Or you'll learn to hate them, one of the two. What? You've been here an entire month? Yeah, I think it was right when summer vacation started for you, Spacey. That's about when we were all brought to this house. Did you not think that was kind of weird that Grandpa brought you here for like a month and didn't tell me, and then you were all like, are we ever gonna meet this girl? I don't know.
It was pretty disorienting at first. All of us have strong personalities, for better or worse, but Mr. Butler here helped smooth things over.
He didn't go away to buttling school. He was here. Kasuga, you lied to me. I don't know if we'll ever recover. I'm gonna have to date these 4 men before I forgive you. Yeah, it's, like, really good that Kasuga was here to help out. Otherwise, I'm sure this would have turned into a total disaster real fast. Oh, her face says it all. Oh, and he's like, yeah. He knows he did wrong. You know you did wrong. Oh, we're gonna have to punish you later, Kasuga. Get the handcuffs. I have problems, and Kasuga's all of them right now. I can't help it. Kasuga. Yes? Did you not go to a butler academy in England while I was on my summer vacation? I could not believe it. I didn't want to believe it. Hearing the tremor in my voice, Kasuga sighed heavily and shook his head. I just feel betrayed.
My humble apologies, miss. Everything was by the master's orders.
Do you at least feel guilty for lying to me? Can we hug it out? Let's make out. All of the shocks I've had today, this was without a doubt the biggest one and the one that hurts me the most. I'm hurt for her. I can't say I know what's going on between you two, but can we cut the drama now? What's going on between us is that I'm in love with my butler and he lied to me, and I don't know if our marriage can handle this. I get that you're confused, babe, but as of now, you're living here with us. That's just the way it's gonna be. Let's all try to get along, Kay? Best as we can, anyway. Yeah, I'm already looking forward to it. It will be a pleasure, Spacey. This is gonna be great! She's like, oh, I don't wanna. The four suitors flashed bright smiles at me while Kasuga turned away in awkward embarrassment. I looked at them all dazedly and thought, there isn't a single person I can confide in this entire house! Because it was Kasuga, but he left. Kasuga was correct when he said my belongings had already been moved in. Checking my closet, I found a choice selection of my outfits. I changed out of my school uniform, sighing deeply as I sat on my new, unfamiliar bed. What does our normal outfit look like? Oh, a pretty little white top. We wear fancy clothes. Seriously, what in the world is going on? Men I'd never met proposed to me out of nowhere, a stunt arranged by my own grandfather, no less. I was ousted from my home too quickly for me to raise any objections and forced into a joint living situation with these strange new suitors. And to top it all off, improving his skills as a butler, my foot! He was lying to me the entire time! Kasuga, of all people, lied to me. He lied! See, you can't tell me that she's not kind of in love with her butler, because, I'm just... you lied to me is exactly how I feel, and I love him. So I'm just saying. Then he abandoned me for an entire month in order to live in this house with my suitors. Kasuga, you traitor! I'll never forgive you for this! Until we marry him. A knock on my door startled me out of my stewing thoughts. There were only two people in this house permitted on this floor. Me and him.
Have you finished changing, miss? I brought a light snack for you. And there was little opportunity for lunch today, so I thought you might be feeling peckish.
See, he knows me so well, he'd make the perfect husband. I mean, I'm sure it's because, it's his job to be the perfect butler, but I'm just saying the perfect husband is a butler. I mean, there you go, mystery of the universe solved. His voice sounded more timid than usual. He was likely feeling guilty about his deception. Huh! It's far too late for you to act remorseful. Once again, the capture card decided to tell me to go fuck myself. So, I don't know what is wrong with this fucking thing. Anyway, so we were saying, I was sorely tempted to ignore him completely. But no, I shook my head, thinking again. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Righteous anger propelled me as I stalked toward the door where he waited. I thought I saw him breathe a small sigh of relief as he walked in and began setting out tea. But I did not go sit on the sofa. I stood where I was, glaring at his every move. Why is our fucking floor lamp so goddamn small? It's like, whose floor lamp is that small?
This tea is a blend I assembled from your favorite leaves, miss. Doesn't it have a lovely aroma? I prepared a strawberries and cream sandwich for a late snack as well. I used heavy whipping cream, so it ought to be delightfully rich. Kasuga sounded exactly as he always did, and for some reason that got on my last nerve.
I turned away from the tea and sandwich on the table, even though they were favorites of mine. I have so much I want to say to him that I don't even know where to start.
Miss Spacey, your tea will go cold.
What I wanted wasn't tea or snacks. What I wanted was Kasuga in my arms. Stop it. Kasuga knew that, yet he still politely danced around the subject. It was driving me mad. He's being proper. Gotta give him that.
Miss Spacey,
I will not allow him to weasel his way out of this. Not this time. I am mad. I'm the one who feels like sighing. So obviously he sighed. Okay, but they didn't show sigh. They just said dot dot. Anyway, so hearing his quiet sigh behind my back was like nails down a blackboard. I was just going to speak up when... Do we get a CG? sorry? Stop it! No, you're tempting me by giving me a CG with our butler. Touching us. Stop it. If we don't marry him in the fucking true ending, I'm gonna be so mad. This game is dangling a carrot in front of me and it won't let me eat it. This is dangling a snack in front of me, and then it tells me I have to have a salad. Fuck you! Give me the cookies! A hand descended lightly onto my shoulder, making one short, soothing pat. Ah! This is like the best CG of the game! You know when I have like side characters that I love? For anyone that's been around for a while. And I'm always like, I need a CG of them! Where's my CG of my favorite side character? Well, here you go. The game gave me one right off the bat. Stop it! I'm gonna cry. I love him so much. He's so beautiful. Look at him. Look, he's so precious. Stop it. I love our both. Ah! Damn it! If I do not get to marry this man, I'm gonna be so fucking mad. You can't do this. You can't tempt me with this and then give me a CG. It's even more they know what they're doing. I could swat his hand away. Tell him not to touch me. Her pouty face is cute. But my body didn't move. I could ignore him, but I couldn't make myself shut him out entirely and now turn around and kiss him. Guess what I want to do.
Are you angry with me, miss?
Don't you think I have a reason to be?
If I said no, well, that would be a lie.
Aren't you going to make excuses?
Might I ask you to at least look at me?
No.
Miss Spacey.
Oh, he looks sad. We're hurting him. It hurts me, but he lied to me, and we need to make him hurt because we're hurt. But it's wrong. I just want to comfort him and hold him and kiss him and make him feel better. That will also make me feel better. This whole game is going to be just me fawning over this man.
Everything that happened was done under the master's orders. A mere butler such as myself has no choice but to nod and obey.
I get that. At the end of the day, Kasuga was a Tojo family employee. He couldn't refuse grandfather's orders. And yet, until today, he'd always put me first, always taken my side. He was someone I could absolutely trust. And he's sad because he wants to love you, and now he's got to give you away to these men. And we're going to hurt him by falling in love with somebody else in every round. You know how, like, when you're going down a route in a game, and, like, you haven't dated your favorite yet, and you're like, okay, I'm dating, like, we're going down Nayuta's route. Okay, cool. And then we go down Shion's route. I love you, Shion. Wait, okay. And then you get on the next person, and you're like, but I just left my favorite in the dust. And you kind of feel guilty. Like, that's how I'm going to feel this entire fucking game, because I want to marry our butler, and I got to date 4 other fucking men to find out if we can actually date our butler in the true ending, or the game's going to be like, fuck you, we tempted you for nothing. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to hope that we get to marry the man in the end, because if we don't, it's just rude. To me, personally. This summer was the first time he'd ever left my side, and the first time he'd ever lied to me. Is it any wonder it was such a big shock to me? Yes, it was grandfather's orders, but you could have at least told me something.
If I could have, I would have.
What? And now she's blushing.
Because she loves her butler. Stop it!
I love this game, but I hate it at the same time. Anyway.
I was informed that if I told you anything, I'd be released.
And he would never want that, because then he couldn't be with us. Well, then you could be one of our suitors. That would have been amazing.
The suitors. The lie about England. If I didn't obey my orders exactly, they would have fired me. When the honor to be by your side was held hostage in such a manner, there was nothing I could do but obey.
Ah! Why is it so hot? Stop it. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. We're not even in a dating route. Oh, the common route is just Kasuga's route. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. I love him so much. He knows exactly what to say. I mean, he's our butler, and I'm sure you could be like, well, he's our butler. He's supposed to be proper and say all the right thing. But, like, stop it. Stop it. Just let me have the romance in this. Because I don't feel like a normal butler would be this touchy-feely and romance. There's something else here, okay? They what? If what Kasuga said was true, then I could see why he did what he did. I finally understood. Now kiss and make up. That meddling ogre. He really went that far just to make me take a husband? I know he believes the end justifies the means, but that's going too far. The sizzling anger I'd felt at Kasuga instantly leapt over to my grandfather. Now hug Kasuga and pat him. Pet his head. Kasuga hadn't done anything wrong. It was all that ancient villain's fault. I like how much she hates her grandfather. It's funny. Ogre! Ancient villain! It's fun. Kasuga,
No matter the circumstances, it does not change the fact that I harmed you, Miss Spacey. And that's the stark truth, and I must accept it.
Huh? Well, yes, but...
You have every right to be angry with me. I don't expect to earn your forgiveness easily. In which case...
Oh yeah, do everything you can to earn my forgiveness, even though I've already forgiven you, but shh.
I will prove my devotion to you. Physically.
Your devotion? Physically? She's like, your devotion physically is what you should be stuck on. I had a very bad feeling about this. I have a very good feeling about this. Suddenly I felt a chill run down my spine. Oh, god damn it, Kasuga. They did it on purpose, they physically. What? Piques your interest. No, you're not gonna stay.
Oh, yes, I will commit seppuku. Fear not, I won't die. I'll make a quick, deep slice and sew it up. I'm a capable seamster, even under duress.
Wait, what?
I, Kasuga, do hereby display the depth of my dedication as your personal butler, Miss Spacey.
No, stop! Don't! I won't forgive. Oh, I forgive you! I forgive you! You don't have to slice yourself open! I whirled around to face him and...
I expected no less, Miss Spacey. Your gracious generosity knows no bounds. I'm deeply thankful.
They did it on purpose. Okay, I'm sorry, but there is no fucking way that... If you are setting this up with our butler being this flirty and trying to turn me motherfucking off, first of all... The second this motherfucker rolled on the scene, the light switch was already on. You already flipped the switch, okay? So you don't have to try to turn me on. We are glowing brighter than the fucking sun, okay? But, you can't tell me that you're doing all this because at the end it's just our butler is our butler and that's it? Nothing? Nothing? Really? You're doing this? Well, I will prove my devotion to you physically. What? Piques my interest. I'm gonna stab myself. They knew goddamn motherfucking well what they were doing with that line, and they did it on purpose. Clear as day. And then you're gonna tell me I can't marry this man at the end? Because that's not fair. That is harsh. I don't even know. That'll be like the second time a game did the cruelest, most unusual, awful thing to me. One time it made me cry hysterically, and this time it's gonna make me flip my fucking console over, okay? We'll see what happens. I love it, though. I love the fact that he is, says this shit, and you're like, are you trying to make me fall in love with him? Because this is working. Am I just easy? Or are they making it easy to fall in love with him with all the shit he says? I don't know. He could literally be like, I brought you a Pop-Tart, and I'm like, oh my god, he's, the best. So is it me? Or is it is that what they're trying to do? They're trying to make you fall in love with them where you're like, yeah, nope, okay, yeah, they're making you fall for the side character. Sometimes they put the side character in front of you and you're like, I'm in love with them. And then the side character is just there doing their side character shit. And you're like, everything you do is amazing. Is that what's happening here? Or are they literally actually trying to make me fall in love with the side character? On purpose. Because, I'm not sure anymore. I feel like they're trying to make me fall in love with him. They're succeeding. I mean, they succeeded the second he shut up, but, I'm very confused. Is it just because I'm reading into it? I don't know what end is up anymore. Anyway. Saw him standing there with a small grin on it. Okay, so basically it was I whirled around to face him and...
I expected no less, Miss Spacey. Your gracious generosity knows no bounds. I'm deeply thankful.
Saw him standing there with a small grin on his face. Kasuga... Miss? His raised eyebrow delivered a dry yes that he didn't give voice to. I slumped back in my seat. Whatever, I'm hungry. He totally fucked with us, but it's okay. He knows how to play us like a fucking fiddle, and I hope he fiddles with us all night. You are welcome! I am not sorry. I'm gonna go sit in the corner after this.
Understood, miss. Allow me to pour you some fresh, hot tea.
Pour me some fresh, hot cider, you. Jesus. God, I love him. Filling my tummy with my favorite snacks was a big help in calming my churning thoughts. I still can't figure out what on earth Grandfather was thinking. Why all this sudden fuss about suitors, seemingly out of nowhere?
It isn't necessarily out of nowhere, actually. The number of marriage proposals we received for you increased drastically this past year.
Drastically? I don't remember a big change in numbers.
I brought only a handful to you for your consideration, Miss Spacey. I took care of the rest.
One look at the cool smile on his face convinced me not to ask for further details on the rejected applicants. That seemed like the wisest idea. Grandfather did say that I shouldn't act as if I have much time left to make a choice. Could it be that he's grown more concerned than I thought about finding a good match for me?
Doubtful, Miss Spacey. As far as I'm aware, the Master had taken a wait-and-see approach on the question of your potential marriage partner.
What? Then why all this ruckus?
It means that we need to look elsewhere to find the family members who wish to, hurry things along.
I can think of only one reason why Kasuga would be so vague about the culprits. I see. So my other lovely relatives decided to meddle. I didn't bother to keep my voice free of sarcasm. Kasuga simply nodded quietly.
I hesitate to mention this, but several of them believe that they cannot afford to fail this time.
Ah, they want to make sure they chain me down before I can elope like Father did. And yet what were we going to do? We're going to pull it down. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. We're going to elope with our butler. Yeah! Do. That's all I need to do. I'm just going to skip to that end. Sorry, boys. We're going right for the good shit. Well, fine. I'll play the rest of the game, but I don't care if the game doesn't let me marry the butler. In the end, in my head, we're marrying the butler. Maybe we'll take some of the other boys along for the ride, because, man harem, doors are open! Kasuga's just already in here. I don't even give a crap. You get the fuck in here. You don't have to buttle while you're here, unless you want to. I mean, for me, privately, yes, but, you're not here to be the butler of the man harem, Kasuga. You're here to just service me. I mean, wait, what? Yes, that. Kasuga didn't say anything. I quietly bit my lip. My father had been the one to inherit... my father had been the only heir to the Tojo family before me. He received mountains of marriage offers from many appropriate candidates, but father had no interest in any well-born ladies. Instead, he fell for an average woman, my mother, and we're gonna fall for an average man, our butler! The family, of course, was strictly against it, so the two of them traveled overseas and eloped. I live with grandfather instead of my parents because the two of them died in an accident. Or so I've been told. They were murdered! Listen. We're gonna go back to the Yakuza thing where in the Tojo clan they went against family or... They were whacked, yo. That's how the fucking Yakuza works. I'm assuming it works like fucking mafia, right? Because it's Japanese mafia, right? Same thing? I don't know. Look, I don't know. I'm just saying. You're in any other kind of fucking mafia, you're getting whacked because you went against... I would just assume they go by the same mafia rules. I don't really know. I'm just generalizing for them, so... No offense to the Japanese mafia. Just taking a guess. Where's Majima? My childhood memories are vague. I don't recall much of the time I spent with them. It was all so unbearably stupid. Kasuga, I did decide that I'll become the head of the Tojo family. I've accepted that much.
I'm well aware, miss.
I like to think I've done enough to make that clear, but it seems that my family still doesn't trust me.
It's only a mere handful who are insisting on it, miss. However, that mere handful has made enough of a nuisance of themselves that even the master had to act.
Wait a minute. Then that means my 4 suitors, they look like ruffians to me, but if they're here, that clearly meant they were qualified enough to satisfy my relatives. I had no idea the 4 of them were from such illustrious families. We'll have to treat them well. She's like, the look on her face is like, I guess we have to treat them well. Huh? I blinked, looking at Kasuga in confusion. His eyes quickly slid away from mine. Kasuga? What's the matter?
Nothing, miss. It's just... This is extremely difficult to say, but
Tell me, I won't tolerate any more secrets.
as you wish.
Kasuga wilted under my glare, handing a small stack of papers to me.
These are their background reports. Please brace yourself.
They're average! Then why can't I marry my butler? I gave Kasuga a quizzical look, then took the papers and flipped through them. I cannot wait. After a minute, she doesn't look good. Kasuga? These background reports
Are entirely true.
Hold on. They can't possibly be. This is
Reality.
The stark tone of Kasuga's voice made me swallow hard. I looked through the papers again, making a conscious effort to stop my hands from shaking. Oh, I love this! Ichia Mitsumori, age 26, born July 13th, Cancer, blood type A. Attempted marriage fraud? Okay, wait. Favorite foods: tomatoes, steaks. Least favorite: natto. Hobbies: playing darts and billiards. Special talent: cooking. Favorite music: jazz. Daily routine: jogging. Note: it's very possible the information Mitsumori provided about his education, employment, and family background is fraudulent. Alleged marriage fraud. Oh my god, wait a minute! Wait a minute! Okay. Not really spoilers, but like in Cupid Parasite, you're basically the entire point is you're dating trash. All the men in that are literal trash. They're like trash in some kind of way. You're like, they are just awful. The reason we get involved is because they suck and we need to make them not suck, and then we fall in love along the way. Okay, that's the whole plot of the game. So it's not really a spoiler, right? Is this like Trash 2.0? Are we playing another fucking Cupid Parasite? Are these men all like kind of trash? I love this. Wait, this gets better and better. I mean, we're gonna date our butler who's perfect at the end, sure. Just let me have it. But until then, our future boyfriends are kind of trash. Wait, I love this. We need more games like this. It's just like, you know, they're usually like, oh, they're great. Oh yeah, there's always one that's trash. You know, there's always one. Because there's always a lolly boy, and there's always a trash, and then there's some asshole, and then, you know, they're tropes. But, like, when all of them are, like, kind of trash, that's just... This is fun. Okay. Tyga Isurugi, age 23, born December 3rd, Sagittarius, blood type B. Suspected gambling addict? That's not as bad as marriage fraud. I feel like marriage fraud is just... Favorite foods: curry. Least favorite: milk. Hobbies: hunting for kitschy hole-in-the-wall shops. That's actually kind of cute. Special talent: playing guitar. Yeah, he kind of looks like the dude who'd be like the bitchy guitar player in a band. Sure. Favorite music: British rock. Daily routine: chugging vegetable juice at Mach speed. Okay. Note: a drifter with no family history frequently travels overseas for unknown reasons. Shion Mayazumi, age 22, born March 9th, Pisces, blood type AB. Before we get to what he did, I'm going to read the rest of it. Favorite foods: gratin. Least favorite: bananas. Okay, I'm with you, Shion. I don't like bananas either. Hobbies: tending to cactus plants. Special talents: styling hair and nails. Favorite music: anything that's soft and calming. Daily routine: starting the day with a cold shower. Sounds kind of like a prissy bitch, but anyway. Note: a resident and citizen of France, record of life and achievements is murky after age 16. Natural born kept man. What does that mean, natural born? I'm gonna need you to explain that. I'm gonna need details. I'm gonna die. This is great. Nayuta Yagami, age 20, born April 8th, Aries, blood type O. Favorite food is hamburgers. Least favorite: none. Will eat a tennis ball if offered. He's literally a dog. He is a fucking dog. Hobbies: watching sports. Special talent: accomplished in several martial arts. Favorite music: bubblegum pop. That's cute, actually. Daily routine: exercising to said bubblegum pop. Yagami has taken first place at several martial arts competitions, but mysteriously withdrew before accepting the prize. Walking debt generator. Okay, but like, so, okay, the gambling and the debt generator is not as kept man. Natural born, though. I'm sorry, could you just explain that one? I'm not sure that I'm computing this. And then you have marriage fraud. I mean, some are a little more trash than others. The ones I like the best are more trash than others. But I kind of like our mini trash. I love mini trash bandos. Okay, I'm here for this. This is great. Oh, this is going to be fun. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was so stunned it took me a minute to remember to scream. You're kidding me! What is this?
Miss Spacey, please calm yourself.
How can you expect me to be calm right now? This is preposterous. Unbelievable. They can't possibly expect me to...
Oh, as a side note, all four are currently unemployed.
So we went from, we're the heir to a very prestigious family, very wealthy family. And because we didn't accept any of the applications that came in before I turned 17, now we have to date. We have, our options are trash? We have kind of trash, also kind of trash, definitely kind of trash, and kind of fucking trash. Like, just, that's it? It's like, which recycling bin did you want to jump in? Paper, plastic, glass, like scrap metal? Like, which bin are you jumping in? Because like, they're just, okay, okay, sure. I kind of want to know what it is. Like, is that why? Like, well, you rejected everyone else, and even though we were like, hey, did you want a second chance? They were like, nah, fuck it. So we only have trash left. You think Grandpa's gonna let us date our butler? It's better than the trash, Grandpa. Just saying. At least he has a job! I wasn't one to feel faint, but the contents of the report slammed into me like a truck. The room went black. How did this happen? I want to know that. Oh, we passed out.
Miss Spacey, please keep yourself together. Miss Spacey.
This is great. I love this. A sudden proposal. Clear. Okay, welcome to the intermission screen. Here we'll explain the Barricade board, WHIS or Whiz, Whis, and how continuous play works. Okay, good. I'm going to need this. The Barricade board lays out all the events of the story across a game board, much like a flowchart, so basically a flowchart. You can pick which events you want to play from the scenarios currently available on the board. This lets you advance the story's happening in any order you wish. Okay. Events that are able to play are highlighted like this. Okay. Cleared events turn white. Black boxes mark events that have yet to be unlocked. Makes sense. Events that contain special CG illustrations are marked with the CG icon in the upper right corner. Okay, I got that. Got it. So, like, the next green one is the next chapter. That is the CG. The one after that, that's black, doesn't. Okay. Locked events can be opened by clearing the preceding event on the Barricade board. This is very confusing. Can we just, like... Okay. That said, extra requirements are sometimes necessary to unlock certain events. When the preceding event on the Barricade board is clear, hover the cursor over the event to receive a hint about what you need to do. A second friend, clear at least one suitor's level 1 board to unlock. Okay, so a second friend. Okay, so that's, I'm assuming that's red highlighted. You have to clear at least one suitor's level 1 board to unlock that. Okay. Well, I hope the common route and the guide kind of tells you the things that you need to do. It just doesn't, it doesn't say. Oh, pick Nayuta on level 1 board when prompted. Go back to common, switch to, okay. So this at least tells you what to do in the common route. Okay, cool. I just wanted to scroll down and see. Otome Kitten's guides are always very good. I've never been led astray by them. And this one at least tells you these things. So perfect. Because otherwise this isn't going to, anyway. Every suitor has their very own Barricade board. These unlock as the story progresses. In New Game Plus, you can skip events that you've already viewed. This is handy if you want to skip directly to the still unseen content in your new run. Some events cannot be skipped. Okay. Let's move along to the WHIS tutorial, Whiz. After clearing an event and returning to the intermission screen, characters may send you a WIS message. You can read their salutations here. Okay, so we get like special tech. Ooh. Sometimes these messages spark a conversation that you can reply to. The dialogue changes according to your responses. Oh, fun! Well, okay. You can revisit events and reread WIS messages at any time via the gallery option on the title screen. Okay. Almost done. Let's introduce continuous play. I'm so confused. But I kind of like the fact that they're like, all right, instead of just choices and this, they're like, oh, here's this, and then there's this, but then you got to do that. And there's like a little more to it. But it's not QuickTime events because I suck at those. If it's like, okay, I have to stare and it doesn't matter how long it takes me to do it, as long as I'm fine. But like when it's quick, because I can't figure, I don't care. I don't work well under pressure. And yet sometimes I do, but not when I'm recording stuff. I don't know, it's weird. Continuous play lets you play through events in succession without intermissions in between. When continuous play is on, you can only receive your WIS messages. The WIS messages sent to you can be viewed through the gallery option on the title page. I mean, I guess we'll just go normal with the intermission stuff and just see, because I don't want to miss anything or do anything wrong if we do continuous. Okay. Continuous play. You can toggle continuous play on or off anytime from the options menu. In certain instances, intermission stops are mandatory. Okay. Thank you for reading the tutorial. Choose one of the event options to start playing. Okay, but like, what's this? First impressions. What are their first impressions? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. And then this is interview with, okay. And in the guide, it specifically says first impressions to go there. Okay, that says the next thing. Okay, cool. We'll keep doing the barricade board. Like, look at the little rabbit in the background. Anyway, can we go over there? What's that? Please choose an event to play. No, you can only like... Okay, so we'll go here. Play this event. Yes. Well, technically, we're about at time, so I'm going to stop here and we'll do their first impressions in the next part. Because, my thing broke and then we had, I think that was like 30 minutes and this is about 30. So we're roughly at time or a little over. Anyway, so I'm going to stop here and then we will continue in the next part. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.